UFC Kansas City, this is MEKHI'S Money Making Plays. We're going to go through the lock of the week, my most confident picks, the underdogs that I really like on this card, and then we're going to finish the video out with the parlays. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get into the video. Recapping the lock of the week from last week, we had Dominic Reyes coming through with the first round knockout over Nikita Krylov, plus 145. Good money on that one. Definitely trying to come back, double back on another savage dog lock. I think you guys are going to like this one. There was a lot of, I had a few guys that I was dialing in that I wanted to choose for the lock of the week. It was kind of tough on this card. The value was iffy on some of these lines, but I got another dog, and I think you guys are going to lock it. So here's this week's lock of the week. Abus Magomedov plus 115. I think he could get it done against Michel Pereira. When I look at their striking, I don't think he's out of it. He's got like this long, rangy sniping style. I feel like he might have I believe he has a better gas tank. Looking at how they match up now, I know the matchup with Fluffy last time out for Michel Pereira isn't necessarily similar to how Abus fights, but I think he can definitely replicate the success that Fluffy had. Abus is he is a Dagestani fighter at heart. He does have some wrestling credentials to his name, but his striking is also nothing to damn, I can't even, I got a loss for words. His striking is definitely his most strong suit. Like I said, he's long rangy, the striking advantage. He throws a teep to the body. It's super quick too. Definitely going to be able to zap the gas on Michel Pereira a lot faster than people are going to expect. He's got a 3.5-inch reach advantage. He utilizes some really good feints. It's going to open up, Pereira to throw some big, heavy shots and possibly open the hips up to get a takedown. Maybe not even a takedown, just secure him on the cage, grind him out over there, tire him out even faster. His boxing is really good. I like the way he exits the pocket. Has a lot of angles to him as well. He attacks the body with the teeth, like I said, but even the combinations to the body, the leg kicks are definitely going to be key. And I think like I said, the explosions of Michel Pereira are going to be limited in this fight. I feel like at this point, Abus has, with less UFC fights, I feel like he has more experience. So he has fought. He lost to Caio Borralho and Sean Strickland. One was a champion, and Caio Borralho was trying to get an interim fight. Well, with the news that just dropped today, DDP isn't injured, but Caio was definitely trying to get into a title shot. So he's fought guys who are at the top of the middleweight division. When you look at Michel Pereira's opponents in the UFC, none of them are on the level of Caio Borralho or Sean Strickland. I mean, Fluffy Hernandez was his toughest fight, and he got completely drowned. Everybody else, it's been matchups that favor him. Ihor Potieria, not really good. He's a striker, and Michel Pereira just took advantage of him. Andre Petroski, he's not that good. He's primarily a wrestler, but even his wrestling isn't that good. I rate Abus Magomedov's UFC fights a lot higher than Michel Pereira's. I mean, and then looking at Abus' last fight, he did get a little buzzed by Bruno, but as soon as he realized he was hurt, he jumped on the wrestling, got him down, and ended up getting a submission in the third round, which I think can possibly happen in this fight as well. Michel Pereira, I know he's a pretty big middleweight. He had a tough time cutting down to 170. I don't know how he did that, but I think Abus Magomedov, he's not the smallest guy either. He's actually taller. And he's, like I said, he's got the 3.5 reach advantage. He's a lot linkier, and those long limbs could definitely, tie something up under the chin, lock up a heel or something like that. Abus Magomedov is definitely live for a submission or even winning it on the scorecards, but I'm just taking a money line. And I don't think he necessarily needs to take him down. I feel like if he could just grind him out on the cage, land some shots, get him down to maybe a knee or something, that'll suffice enough. Definitely drain the gas tank similar to what Fluffy did. And I'm rocking with Abus Magomedov. I got a lot of confidence in him. There was a few other guys that I was gonna lock up, but I'm going with Abus Magomedov plus 115. I really like his potential in this fight, and I think he will. I'm pretty sure he's gonna win. So that's where I'm going with. Now moving on to the high confidence picks, my most confident picks starting it off, this was a guy who I was going to lock. Malcolm Wellmaker, he swole to about a minus 115, depending on what book you're getting him on. I feel like he's going to dog Cameron Saruman, like I said, on the breakdown. He's too big, he's too powerful, he's too quick for Cameron Saruman. Saruman, I feel like he wilts under pressure a lot, and I know Malcolm's going to look to pressure him in this fight. The power's there. I feel like he's going to have, I know Cameron Saruman's South African kickboxer, but I feel like Malcolm's a little more clean on the strike, especially on the feet. And he has the potential to wrestle him in this fight. Cameron Saruman, his takedown defense isn't the best. And I could definitely see Malcolm hurting him and, Saruman turtling up, getting shots rained down on him from top position. And I'm really confident that Malcolm's going to finish this fight. Not even a decision. I feel like Cameron Saruman is going to sleep, or maybe just a TKO. Ref steps in and stops it. But very super high confidence in Malcolm Wellmaker. Excuse me. That's why he's first up for my most confident picks. Next up, we are going with David Onama minus 167. I feel like his pressure style is going to be a little too much for Giga Chikadze. If you look at Giga's last fight with Arnold Allen, kind of similar to what I believe David Onama is going to replicate. Giga didn't really look, he didn't look good. He looked okay, I'll say. Definitely was on the back foot or most of the fight, was getting pressured. Arnold Allen landed some good shots. I feel like David Onama is probably a cleaner striker than Arnold Allen. Arnold Allen likes to blitz and put his chin down and swing and bang. Like, look at the fight with Dan Hooker. Max Holloway took advantage of that. He was picking him apart, dropped him at the end of the 5th round. I feel like David Onama is a lot cleaner on the feet, and he mixes up his wrestling with his striking very well. It's going to give Giga a lot of trouble. But if you listen to his pre-fight interview that they did yesterday, he said he's not worried about the kicks. I would worry about him, but I feel like David Onama is going to, he's got a pretty good IQ about him. Looking at his last fight with Roberto Romero, he did get, overwhelmed early, but Giga isn't the type of fighter to pressure you. He likes to sit on the outside, pick his shots, throw his kicks, the Giga kick, the famous Giga kick. And I feel like David Onama is prepared for that. He said he's been sparring a lot of high-level kickboxers, so I'm super confident that he's going to win this fight, possibly on scorecards. Next up, we got Damon Blackshear, minus 345, nasty tag. But with his most recent wins, Cody Gibson and Cody Stamen, sweet life of Cody and Cody. But with him being able to find a submission on both of them, when you look at Cody Stamen and Alatenghe Lee, they kind of have a similar build. But Cody Stamen's striking is a lot more refined, I'll say. Definitely a better boxer than Alatenghe Lee. Whereas Alatenghe Lee just has like an overhand right that he likes to throw. His jab is okay, but Damon Blackshear is definitely cleaner on the feet. And if Alatenghe Lee is going to be pressure wrestling him, I can definitely see Damon slipping, pushing his head to the side, slipping the arm under, and getting probably a guillotine rear naked choke in this fight. I'm super confident he'll get a submission. I believe the tag is like plus 160 for Damon Blackshear for submission, but I feel like that's definitely going to be his method of victory. I don't know why this fight was booked. Maybe Damon just wanted to be active and maybe the rankings weren't opening up, but I thought he was going to get a ranked opponent. Nonetheless, he's going to win. I feel like it's going to be submission, possibly second round. Like I said, he likes to, start a little slower. So possibly like late second round, I can see him getting a submission with Alatenghe Lee pressing forward. Next up, we're going with Mingyang Zhang. Super easy fight in this one. Anthony Smith, I don't see him winning at all. He's talking about this is his retirement fight. He doesn't in his previous fights, he has not looked anything like what his title run looked like. He's given up. He's telling Johnny Walker, "You hurt my family." Hey man, respect to Anthony Smith, but it's over. He's gonna get knocked out. I guarantee you. Under a round and a half, Mingyang Zhang by KO. Trust me. And then to close it off, we got Ikram Aliskerov. Another guy, Andre Muniz, does not have anything for him on the feet. Ikram Malascara is going to overwhelm him. I can see him using the wrestling, pressure wrestle him, rain down some big, heavy ground and pound, finish Andre Muniz. I feel like it's going to be TKO or a submission. Definitely like Ikram Malascara to win by a mauling in this one. Moving on to the favorite underdogs. Starting it off, we got Carlos Prates plus 107. I'm telling you, so the lock of the week, it was either going to be a Boost, Malcolm Wellmaker, or Carlos Prates. Carlos Prates, I feel like he's going to starch Ian Gary. Ian Gary, I don't know if you guys see it, but he has a pretty good cut on his face. Carlos is definitely going to target that, possibly open his face up some more. Carlos he's got the reach advantage. He's not taller, but he doesn't have the reach advantage, which is kind of unique. I feel like I posted this on my TikTok. If you guys follow me up there, Fight Night Picks. The reason why Ian Gary had so much success in the Shavkat fight is because Shavkat doesn't throw leg kicks. Carlos Prates is going to chop that leg apart, limit that movement, and he's going to be a sit and duck within 2.5 rounds, I'll say. The first round is definitely going to be interesting. I know Ian Gary is going to want to stay on the feet, and that leg is going to get chewed apart. I feel like Carlos is going to limit his movement and start raining bombs on him. I feel like his power is definitely going to be able to carry within to the third round. If it goes past 4, then I'll start, getting a little cautious about the power. But I feel like Carlos Prates has power enough for 3 hard rounds, and he's going to be in Ian Gary's face, I promise you. And Ian Gary's not going to be able to run around the ring, wrestle him for the entire fight. I'm just not a believer. I feel like Carlos Prates is going to knock out Ian Gary, and I'm confident in that one as well. Next up, we got John Castaneda, plus 120. I picked him, in the first time that they got booked. I'm picking him here again. I feel like Chris Gutierrez is just he's not capable to take on the pressure of John Castaneda. Castaneda, I feel like, has more paths to victory as well. He can wrestle. He can submit you. He can strike with you. Chris Gutierrez, we know what he's going to do. Leg kicks, stay on the outside. I don't see him being able to do that for 3 rounds. I feel like John Castaneda has a more refined MMA fight game, and Chris Gutierrez just, I don't know, his IQ is another thing that you have to look at. I don't see him, out wrestling John Castaneda. I don't see him being able to submit him. I feel like John Castaneda is going to pressure Chris Gutierrez, get him on the mat, have him in some uncomfortable positions, and I think he wins it on the scorecards, honestly. And then to close it off, we got Nicholas Dalby plus 210. This is a iffy one, but you gotta be ballsy sometimes. Randy Brown, he is a lengthy welterweight. He can possibly knock out Nicholas Dalby. He hasn't been knocked out in his career, though. Does Randy Brown have the tools to do it? Absolutely. Do I think he will? No. I'll say on my confidence level for Nicholas Dalby, I'm like a 7, 6.5 out of 10. But I do believe his pressure is going to overwhelm Randy Brown. We've seen it done before. We've seen Randy Brown on his back before. We've seen him get, when you look at the, forgive me, I'm trying to say his name, Elizio Zaleski dos Santos fight, he was in some uncomfortable positions momentarily, but I feel like Dalby is the better wrestler between him and dos Santos. I know he is at a big height and reach disadvantage, but I think Dalby could get it done on the scorecards. Now to lock it all together, we're going to the parlays. Definitely looking to make some money on this. So to start it off, we are going with Zhang Mingyang TKO under a round and a half, and Ikram double chance TKO or sub plus 140. Solid value on that one. I feel like both of these methods are going to happen. Next up, we're going with Damon Blackshear money line, John Castaneda money line, and then the over 2.5 Giga and Onama fight plus 313. I feel like the Giga Onama fight will probably be back and forth, but Onama will get the better of the exchanges and the wrestling exchanges. And then, like I said, John Castaneda has more paths to victory, and I feel like Damon Blackshear is going to submit him, but just threw the money line in there just to, have some safety, I guess. Money line is disgusting, minus 345, but plus 313, solid, or some decent value. Then we're going Evan Elder money line, Malcolm Wellmaker, and David Onama plus 350. Evan Elder taking on, Gage Young. I feel like he's going to teach him a little lesson. Like I said, when Gage Young fought some UFC competition, he lost. Look at the guys he's fought. They are not anywhere close to, getting a contender series fight or even getting a UFC contract. Evan Elder's been in there with UFC athletes, and I feel as though he is capable of winning this fight. And then Malcolm Wellmaker, I'm super confident in him. That's my dog. He's going to knock Cameron Simon out. Come back to this video when it happens. And then David Onama money line. So rocking with that. Then we are going Roberto Romero and Nicholas Dalby by decision. It gives you plus 600. Romero money line, excuse me. And then Nicholas Dalby by decision. Roberto Romero, he's a lot better on the feet than Timmy Kawamba. I feel like he's got the capabilities to knock him out as well. Kawamba possibly faster, but when you watch that fight with Lucas Alexander, he was getting dropped left and right. Did come back in the third round, got some wrestling, landed some ground and pound, but Roberto Romero is better on the feet. He's got more power, and he's Mexican, so he's not going to get knocked out. Next up, we're going Evan Elder inside the distance and John Castaneda money line plus 780. Really like that one. Then we're going with the double KO on this one. Wellmaker and Prates KO plus 860. Moving into some big money range in that one. I feel like Prates is definitely capable of knocking out Ian Gary. He's got the power to do it. He's got the reach. And like I said, them leg kicks are definitely going to be something to watch. Look at the stats from the Shavkat Ian Gary fight. Shavkat threw 5 leg kicks, I think. Look at the stats from Carlos Prates versus any of his fights. All of his fights have ended in first or second round? He's throwing 30 leg kicks, 20 leg kicks. So I'm telling you, he's gonna limit that movement, and it's gonna hurt. And then to move into some craziness, we're going Jimmy Flick by submission, Damon Blackshear by submission, and Jacqueline Amarine by submission. Amarine by submission was like minus 160, but put it all together, gets you plus 1200. I put Jimmy Flick in there because I'm not confident in Matt Schnell's IQ, and I feel like when they tie up for a wrestling exchange, I could see Matt Schnell dipping his head and Jimmy Flick jumping on that neck like he likes to do and possibly getting a submission. So let's test it out. I like that one too. The sub lay, I'll call it, plus 1200. Let's make some money, guys. Let me know what you guys think about the lock of the week, my most confident picks, the underdogs, am I bugging, am I tripping? You like what I got? You like the parlays? Let me know in the comments. I will see you guys for the weigh-in recap Friday night. Thank you guys for tuning in for another episode of MEKHI'S Money Making Plays.